Hey guys, I have a little get ready with me. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on all the products that I got from Rare Beauty. So we're going to go ahead and start off with her primer. This is called Always an Optimist, which I absolutely love that name, and she gave that name to her primer and also her setting spray. So we're going to start off with her primer, and this is an illuminating primer. I will say this reminds me a lot of MAC Strobe Cream. It doesn't have any smell to it. Yeah, it doesn't have any noticeable smell. I will say I like the glow that it gives my face, but this is extremely glittery. Like if you were to wear this alone, you would look crazy because it literally has so much glitter in it. And I don't know if you guys can tell on the camera. I don't think you're going to be able to tell, but as soon as you look in a mirror, like in front of lights, you will definitely see the little glitter particles all over your face. So that is just something to take into account, but I do like that it does give a little bit of glow to my skin, and underneath the foundation it doesn't pink through. So the next thing I'm going to do is do the foundation. I am in the shade 230N. You do have to shake it up, and it is a very serum-y, watery foundation. I did do a full review and demo, also kind of did my little opinions on my wear test on this. I will say wear tests nowadays are so hard because of the fact that we're all wearing masks, but this shade is very spot on for me. I would not use the Sephora shade match finder because it literally sucks. But I'll go ahead and do half my face first so you guys can see the difference. The coverage is more of light to medium, and you can build it up if you wanted to. I do feel that building it up, it doesn't look as nice. It can get a little bit cakey just because of the texture of it. But this is more of a natural, more satiny, radiant foundation. And if you were not to set it, this would not last on your skin. And I have more normal to dry skin, and I do really need to set this for it to last longer on my skin. So that is what the coverage looks like, and I think that the color is spot on. If you see how it matches to my neck and everything, I really enjoy it. And if you want a more in-depth review on this, definitely go check out the foundation and concealer review on it, but I'm just kind of doing like a little overview of everything today. I do like the fact that it is a serum-y foundation and she went with a doe foot applicator. I feel like that was really smart for her to do. It's easier to apply runny foundations in this form compared to like if it was runny and just like dripping everywhere. I think it's so much easier with the doe foot applicator. So there is basically the coverage that I get from it. It looks really nice. I love how beautiful it looks and just very natural on. I do feel like if you had a lot of texture, a lot of, for example, acne or marks that you want to cover up, you would have to spot conceal because this isn't going to fully give you any coverage. As you can see there, I have a little bad boy right there, and yeah, no coverage whatsoever. So it is very natural, and if you're okay with those things peeking through, then this would definitely be okay with you, or be okay for you. So I am going to color correct a little bit with my Urban Decay. And I'm almost out of this little sucker, but I am going to color correct a little bit underneath my eyes because her concealer gives a very light coverage. It's not something that's full coverage whatsoever. It's not like a Tarte Shade Tape or anything like that, so that is something to take into mind, that you might have to color correct just a little bit. I don't feel like it's too bad, but if I wear it by itself, I still can kind of see my under eyes peeking through, and I don't really care for that. In her concealer, I got the shade 190W. I did go a little bit lighter because I do like more of a brighter under eye. I don't really care for this doe foot applicator. I prefer the regular doe foot applicator, kind of like the one that she has in the foundation. So I wish she would have continued with that here in the concealer. It's not, you know, it doesn't deter me from buying it, but it's not like my favorite either. So, and then I'm just going to blend that out as well. And like I said, I do like going a little bit lighter with concealer just because I like that brightness underneath the eyes. Set the concealer with a little bit of MAC Light Plus just underneath there, just to kind of set it in place. Apply too much powder underneath there because Her concealer tends to get a little crepey, so it's better like less is more with her concealer. Seems like her whole line is very, very natural, not too much, you know, effort. You want to kind of look just very natural and radiant is basically what her line is about. So next thing I'm going to try is her little blush. This was actually a little deluxe size that I got for free from Sephora, and this is in matte. This is the shade Grace. I will say I am leaning more towards her glowy ones just because the matte one is a little hard to work with. If you're going to use a brush, it's something that looks kind of patchy on, so I definitely recommend wearing or using this with a sponge. It seems to blend out a lot better with a sponge compared to a brush. With the brush I had a lot of difficulty. Even if I went in super fast, it still kind of looked a little splotchy and I didn't care for it. As you can see there, it looks a lot better with the sponge. I feel like it blends out a lot nicer compared to the brush. And I am, you know, curious as far as her glowy ones. I feel like maybe those will blend out a little bit better and look a little bit better compared to this matte one. But I still feel like it looks very beautiful on. It's just something super natural. Just kind of gives you like a little flush to the cheeks, but nothing too severe. And it is buildable. So hopefully you guys can see that on the camera. It's just a light wash of color right there. So hopefully it's peeking through. Next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my face and then do my eye makeup, and then we'll come back and use the setting spray, the illuminator, and the lips as well. Okay, so I kept it super simple, just put some lashes, a little bit of eyeliner, and as you can see, even though I set my face with powder, you can definitely still see that it looks very natural. The flush on my cheeks is very natural, very subdued, just something very, you know, minimal, which I feel like is very on par with this brand. So the next thing that we're going to try out is the highlighter. This is called Mesmerize. This is her go-to highlighter, and it is a beautiful like light rose gold. And I'm going to go ahead and just take a synthetic brush to apply this with. I'm just going to use my little Moda's one, and I'm just going to like dot the tiniest bit right there and see how this applies. So, oh, that's beautiful. And the really cool thing about our highlighters is they don't have like shimmer, like literal glitter. It's literally just like a beautiful glow to your skin, just like a glow within. And I absolutely love that. I love the fact that you can't see any kind of glitter particles. It's just like that glowiness. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish just applying this a little bit all over the place and see how I like it. But my first initial impression when I wore this the first time, I was blown away with it. So this is my second time using it, and I definitely just feel like it's so beautiful on. So that is what it looks like. As you can see there, it just really highlights very beautifully. I absolutely just love it. This would be like my top recommendation to try from her. And I'm usually not a fan of liquid highlighters, but this one definitely like blew my socks off. Next thing I'm going to try is the Rare Beauty Brave, and I have tried this a few times and really enjoy the formula of these liquid lipsticks. They're almost like this moussey texture, but not too moussey, and I love that it almost gives like, it's almost like when you use a stain on your lips and it kind of gives like that sheerness to the lips. This kind of does the same thing. It's really hard to explain, but it just looks absolutely gorgeous. So this is what the color Brave looks like. I absolutely love the color. I really want to pick up another one. It's funny because I feel like on camera it looks even darker than in person, but when you see it in person, it's almost like more of a wash of color, not like these liquid lipsticks that's like a full stain of color. This one's more subdued, more of a lighter application, not like that liquid really pigmented. It's more of a moussey kind of stain to the lips, which I absolutely love. I really want to pick up another shade. And then the last thing that I am going to use, that I've used a few times already, is her setting spray. It has kind of like a little bit of oil to it. You can see the little oil particles in here, and it's called Always an Optimist, which I've already said that I love that name. I will say it has like I expected it to smell a little bit better because one of the ingredients in it is gardenia, which I love the smell of. So I thought it was going to smell a little bit better, and I have to say I'm not really fond of the smell of this, but it is a really nice setting spray. I feel like it adds a little bit of glow to the skin, and it sets everything. It takes away that powdery look that I absolutely like setting sprays to do. And yeah, and it doesn't spray like really harsh or anything, so it looks really nice on the skin. I really want to pick up Joy for the blush just because I feel like it will look better on my skin tone, and Joy is if I'm not mistaken, a dewy blush, so I feel like that one would look and apply a little bit better. But I love the look that her line gives. It's just very natural, very radiant, just kind of like enhances your own features. So I do highly recommend that you check them out. I did buy everything that you see here myself because Selena has no idea who I am. But yeah, if you guys wanted my thoughts, these are my thoughts. I feel like everything is really nice. The foundation, if you have oily skin, I would definitely set it and use something mattifying with it to make it last longer. The highlighter is a definite recommendation for everyone. The concealer is nice if you don't have that much under eye circle. If not, you're gonna need like a corrector like I use today to kind of help. The setting spray is nice. It does have a scent to it. It's not something that lingers, so it is nice. The primer is the one that I don't really care that much for. I wish it wasn't as glittery. It literally has glitter particles. I wish it had more of this kind of dewiness and highlight to the primer. So if she had done that, that would have been wonderful. But it still works underneath the foundation really nicely. And then the lip product, I really enjoyed this. I haven't tried the balm, so I can't tell you guys anything about that. But overall, I really enjoy her line. It just looks very beautiful. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are down below. What have you picked up from this Rare Beauty line? What is your favorite? And if I haven't tried something, let me know down below if I need to try anything from the line. Thank you guys so much for watching, subscribing, and you can follow me on my social media down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.